It is 3 p.m. again. Your brain feels like it is wading through wet cement, and you are staring at a so-called healthy snack like it betrayed you personally. The label screams clean, natural, wholesome. Then you eat it, get a quick burst of energy, and 15 minutes later, you are hunting for more food like nothing happened. That is not weak willpower. That is a predictable spike and drop pattern, and your snack is built to trigger it. Moving to slide 2. Here's the hidden spike pattern. The snack is mostly fast carbs with very little fiber, so glucose rises quickly and hunger comes back fast. If it is liquid sugar, like a sweet coffee drink or bottled tea, it absorbs even faster because there is almost no chewing and minimal slowdown. If it has a little fat, it can delay stomach emptying just enough to feel steady at first. Then, the carbs still hit and you get a late surge followed by another drop. Portion creep makes it worse. A serving is often a tiny amount, but the bag is designed to be finished. Add stress and poor sleep, and your glucose response can be bigger from the same food. Suddenly, that healthy snack starts acting like dessert. Moving to slide 3. Granola is the classic example. It is oats plus sweeteners, often honey, syrup, or sugar, pressed into crunchy clusters that are easy to overeat. Dried fruit makes it worse because it concentrates sugar into small bites with almost no water to slow you down. Then, the label quietly sets the serving size at something like a quarter cup, which is basically a sprinkle. You pour into a bowl, you double it without trying, and now you are eating 2 to 3 servings before you even add anything else. The protein per bite is usually low, so it does not anchor your appetite. If you like granola, treat it like a topping. Use one measured portion, and pair it with a high-protein base instead of making it the meal. Moving to slide 4. Smoothies pull the same trick. Blended fruit hits fast, especially if there is juice, because the sugar is already broken into a drinkable load. You also lose the satiety you get from chewing. Then add in stacked carbs quietly, like flavored yogurt, sweetened protein powder, oats, or a big spoon of nut butter plus dates. In a large cup, that healthy drink can be a full sugar hit that you finish in 5 minutes. Moving to slide 5. Yogurt can lie too. Flavored yogurt usually means added sugar, even when the front says low-fat, probiotic, or made with real fruit. Fruit on the bottom often means fruit and syrup, and you stir the whole thing into a sweet dessert. Low-fat versions can be higher in carbs, and the protein is sometimes disappointing for the calories. Even zero-sugar sweeteners can keep cravings going for some people, especially if yogurt is your afternoon fix. Do this instead. Choose plain Greek yogurt or skyr, then add your own fruit. If you want it sweeter, start with cinnamon or vanilla extract, and keep the portion of granola or honey tight. Build the snack around protein first, and the crash gets a lot harder to trigger. Moving to slide 6. A lot of protein bars are basically candy with better marketing. Those sticky syrups that hold it together are usually just sugar or sugar plus fiber, and they make the bar easy to overeat fast. Then you get sugar alcohols, which can be fine for some people, but for others they mean gas, cramping, or a sudden bathroom emergency. Fiber numbers can also mislead. Added fibers don't always act like fiber from real food. Calories hide in oils and nut butters, so a healthy bar can land at 250 to 350 calories. And the real trap is behavior. One bar becomes 2, and suddenly you ate a lunch that didn't feel like lunch. If it eats like candy, treat it like candy, even if the wrapper says protein. Same story shows up with dried fruit. Moving to slide 7. Dried fruit is fruit with the water removed. The sugar stays. That means a small volume delivers a big dose of carbs fast. A few dates or a small handful of raisins can equal the sugar of multiple pieces of fresh fruit, but without the water that normally slows you down. This is why it's so easy to overeat. You don't feel full, you just keep grabbing. If you use dried fruit, pre-portion it. Put 2 dates in a container, or measure a tablespoon of raisins, instead of eating from the bag. There's also a dental angle. Dried fruit sticks to teeth, so sugar sits there longer. If you snack on it, then sip coffee for an hour, that's a long exposure window. If you're going to eat it with a meal and rinse your mouth after. A common combo is dried fruit plus nuts. That sounds balanced, but the calories stack quickly, and many people still see a noticeable glucose rise. Dense foods are easy to underestimate, especially when they feel natural. That same underestimation happens with foods that feel airy, like rice cakes. Moving to slide 8. Rice cakes feel like you're eating nothing, but they're basically puffed starch. That starch breaks down quickly, so for many people they behave like a high glycemic snack, especially if you eat them alone. The problem is the math. One rice cake is rarely one. They're thin, they crunch fast, and stacking 3 or 4 takes seconds. Now add toppings: honey, jam, chocolate spread, sweetened peanut butter, even flavored cream cheese. You just multiplied the carbs and made it easier to keep going. If you want rice cakes, make them act like a real snack. Limit the stack first, like 2 max. Then add protein and some fat in a controlled way, not a drizzle that turns into a pour. Think cottage cheese, plain Greek yogurt spread, turkey slices, or a measured tablespoon of nut butter. Even better, pair them with something fibrous, like berries on the side, so the whole snack slows down. Airy texture is a sensory trick. It feels light, but it can hit hard. Another food that hits hard is trail mix. Moving to slide 9. Trail mix has a health halo because it's nuts and dried fruit, but it's one of the easiest ways to accidentally eat 600 calories. Nuts are healthy fats, yes, but fats are calorie-dense. Add chocolate or candy pieces, and you get rapid sugar on top. Add dried fruit, and you add another concentrated carb source. Now you've got a combo that's tasty, fast to chew, and easy to keep scooping. The biggest fix is portioning. Do not eat trail mix from a large bag. Use single-serve packs or portion it into 150 to 200 calorie containers. If you make your own, build it with intention. More nuts that you actually like plain, fewer sweet add-ins, and consider adding something bulky and low-calorie on the side, like a piece of fresh fruit, so you're not relying on a handful to feel satisfied. Also watch the salt. Salt makes you reach back in, especially when you're distracted. If you want it daily, keep it lightly salted or unsalted, and keep it measured. The same distracted dipping problem shows up with hummus and pita. Moving to slide 10. Hummus can be a great food, but the hummus with pita setup is where people get stuck. Pita is usually refined flour, so it's easy to overeat, and it doesn't bring much fiber. Pita chips are even worse because they're dry, low volume, and you can chew through a pile without noticing. Meanwhile, hummus is not pure protein. It has some protein, but it's mostly carbs and fat from chickpeas and tahini. So if your protein snack is hummus plus a stack of pita, you may end up with a high-calorie, high-carb snack that doesn't keep you full for long. Make the vehicle do more work. Swap the pita for crunchy vegetables, roasted edamame, or a high-fiber cracker with a clear serving size. If you want bread, choose a higher fiber option and plate 1 portion. Then portion the hummus too. 2 to 4 tablespoons is plenty for most snacks. Hummus is fine. It's the delivery system and the drifting portions that turn it into a problem. And portion drift is exactly how healthy breakfasts like overnight oats surprise people. Moving to slide 11. Overnight oats feel like the safest breakfast, but the surprise is what you add. Oats plus sweet toppings can turn into a fast hit of sugar. Honey is still sugar. Milk adds extra carbs, especially if the portion is large. Berries are usually fine, but the bowl size matters more than you think. If your morning starts with a spike, the rest of the day tends to chase it. The fix starts with what the label is really saying. Moving to slide 12. Food labels are designed to sell confidence, not stability. Net carbs can be confusing because different products subtract fiber and sugar alcohols in ways that do not match how your body responds. Always check total carbs, and then look at fiber as a separate bonus, not a free pass. Watch serving sizes. A tiny serving can make the members look harmless, while the package is easy to finish in one sitting. Keto, natural, and high protein are marketing, not a guarantee of low sugar. Scan the ingredient list for sugar aliases like cane juice, rice syrup, maltodextrin, dextrose, agave, and fruit concentrate. Also know that some added fibers do not blunt spikes for everyone. If you want steady energy, you need a snack strategy that is simple enough to repeat. Moving to slide 13. Build your snack in this order. Start with protein, then add fiber, then decide if you even need carbs. Protein could be Greek yogurt, eggs, cottage cheese, tuna, chicken, tofu, or a handful of edamame. Fiber could be chia, flax, vegetables, or whole fruit. If you want carbs, pair them. Do not eat them solo. An apple hits differently with peanut butter than by itself. Crackers hit differently with turkey and cucumbers than alone. Whole foods usually beat powders because they slow you down and make portions obvious. Decide your portion before you start eating, then put the rest away. And test with your own body, using hunger, energy, or a glucose meter if you use one. When your snack is built right, the spikes get boring fast. Moving to slide 14. To stop snack spikes, pick one swap today. Trade a sugary bar for yogurt plus berries, or chips for hummus and vegetables. When you shop, read the first 3 ingredients first. If sugar is up front, it is doing the heavy lifting. Keep snacks boring enough that you can stop at 1 serving. If you want accountability, comment your worst snack offender. Subscribe if you want the next fix. This content is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. If you have diabetes, take glucose-lowering medication, or have a medical condition, talk with a qualified clinician before making diet changes. Stabilize glucose. Unlock real energy